be protected. Now, who are these people? That is the question that is being asked by the global Catholic community, where on that fateful Easter Sunday of 2019, terrorists blew up bombs in 3 churches, killing 269, 71, 74, I don't exactly know the number, depends on who's reporting. Innocent people were massacred, and 500 more or so were wounded, and some till today are suffering, unable to see, unable to walk, unable to breathe. And all those people who remained are suffering because their loved ones are gone. Now, we have heard here today, previously, so many MPs speaking on that side, on this side, referring to what happened. Who was Saran's handler? What did Abu Hind do? Where is Sarah Jasmine? Who stayed in room 616 at the Shangri-La Hotel? Was her, or rather was Sarah Jasmine's remains ever found or not? What about the Tripoli platoon? What about Assad Maulana? All these questions have been asked over and over again. Various responses have been given by the government in office, but no conclusion has been arrived at. Now, the issue is it that our law enforcement people have not been able to really dig enough into this matter to really find out who was behind it? Were they unable to do so? I recall the statement made by the outgoing Attorney General Dappula de Oliveira. He said there is a political conspiracy behind this. So who conspired? Who benefited? Right? People like Senior DIG Ravi Seneviratna, people like Shani Abesekara, these are not just your run-of-the-mill investigators. They did a good job, they did the right job, they found out who was behind. But ultimately what happened? They were dismissed. Mr. Shani Abesekara was treated like a criminal. As a matter of fact, he even got a heart attack when he was in the prison, and they didn't give him the adequate medical care. Perhaps wanted him to die. Now then, we are at a crossroad. Various people are promising various things, and we hear, actually I heard His Eminence Cardinal Malcolm Ranjit speak the other day, and he said, look, what we want is a proper investigation. He said that our political party has given him a document explaining what our approach would be to continue this investigation in an independent manner without any political interference. Now, what is important in this, Madam Chair, is that this special investigative commission to be structured under Section 2 of the Commission of Inquiry Act number 17 of 1948 will be headed by a local judge, and it would include foreign judges and a foreign investigator. Of course, it will also include local judges and local investigators. Now, as this conversation began a few months ago, when Honorable Sajid Premadasa, leader of the opposition, mentioned this, the President, Mr. Ranil Wickremesinghe, speaking to a foreign journalist, I think in Germany, stated that there is no room for any involvement of foreign investigators or judges in this process, and that there was no need for any intervention by any outsider. Now, I recall, Madam Chair, 30/1 in Geneva, where Honorable late Mangala Samaravira proposed to the Human Rights Commission Council that we would have, under the accountability pillar of the 4-pillar reconciliation mechanism proposed. First was truth and justice, second was accountability, third was reparation, and fourth was non-recurrence. Sorry?
The principle.
Yes, the principle of having accountability, that there would be participation of foreign and Commonwealth judges and investigations. Now this was drafted by no less a person than Honorable Ranil Wickremesinghe, the current President of Sri Lanka, then the Prime Minister. I know this because I was a Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs under Mr. Mangala Samaravira, late Mr. Mangala Samaravira. So when that question arose, those people now in government who he is cohabiting with accused Mr. Wickremesinghe and Mr. Samaravira of trying to create a hybrid court, etc. Thank you very much. The answer was participation can happen in multiple ways. Right? But in this instance, we have been, as you know, I'm not a lawyer, so my knowledge on this is limited, I accept it. But based on the discussions we've had, this becomes possible under the Commission of Inquiry Act number 17 of 1948. So, if it has been proven all these years that it is almost impossible, it has been impossible thus far to have an independent, truly independent investigation into what happened, and if it is constitutionally possible to institute this form of, this structure with the participation of foreign judges and investigators, I think that's the only available route to be able to create not only the real independence but the perception of independence, not only to the people of this country but to the entire Catholic community around the world, because we understand His Eminence has said, look, I'm going to take this to Geneva, I'm going to internationalize this. So as opposed to completely handing over this to a totally internationally constituted committee, it is better to have some structure that incorporates those elements to create this independence. So, Madam Chair, so Madam Chair, what I want to say is that we take this matter seriously. I was there. As a matter of fact, it was a Avrudu Utsave Davasak. We were in Nugegoda and I got a call from the 1990 command and control saying, "Sir, so many calls are coming with victims from all over the place, from Hilton, from Shangri-La, from Galadari, from St. Anthony's Church, so many places that there were victims." And we responded and we brought in dozens of ambulances to transport these wounded to hospitals, and I'm sure we were able to save at least some lives. But the point I'm trying to make is, later that day, when we sat in Mr. Ruwan Wijewardhana's office, how Mr. Nilantha Jayawardhana listed out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is exactly what happened. These are the people who are involved and so on. Now, if that information was available then, after 5 years, how come? I mean, this information became available, Madam Chairperson, within hours of the blast. But 5 years since the blast, we haven't been able to come to a conclusion. So, all what I'm saying is, I want to reiterate the fact to His Eminence, the conference of the conference, Bishop's conference, that we are serious about this and we have planned out what we are going to do and we will implement this. So that's what I wanted to say, Madam Chair. Thank you very much.
You're watching the Lifetraveler channel.